All right, guys, let's go ahead and get rolling. Um, this week, our big assignment is actually just an add-on of last week. So, I'm actually, if you've already looked at your assignment for this week, I'm going to change a few things. So that's not set in stone yet. The only thing I'm changing is the data from the grabs you made last week. We're going to update that data to today. Okay, so you're going to go in and you'll put in your new data from whatever last week was up until April 20th. Okay. Um, and so, other than that, your new assignment is basically you do the exact same thing you did last week, except you find the amount of people who have died from the coronavirus in the world, United States, and in Arkansas. And then you also find the number of people who have um, gotten over the illness. Okay, so they've beaten coronavirus and they're well now. So they had it and now they don't have it anymore. Um, I don't have a whole lot this morning to talk about, but I want a few things I do want to talk about. Number one, does anybody have any questions about anything we've done up to this point? You can put it in the chat box. You can ask questions by unmuting your microphone, whatever you need be. Nope. Okay. Anybody else? If you say no, type in no, or you can say nay, or you can say no, sir, or you can say nah, brah. Okay, Remy. There we go. So here's what we're gonna do. When we finish class, Remy, you stick around, and I'm gonna get you to share your screen, and we're gonna go over what you got. Okay? That good, Remy? Can you hear me? My dog is whining. Come here, whiny dog. Okay, awesome. Next thing, I want you guys to tell me what are some things that, as you were compiling your data, as you were going over the numbers, as you were making your graphs, what are some things that stuck out to you? Like, what's some things that made you think? What's some stuff maybe you noticed? Hint, hint, there's no right or wrong answer to this question. I am, Ethan. Right now, I'm petting that, buddy. The number of deaths. All right, Parker Hood, unmute your mic, my friend. Tell me, what did you notice with the number of deaths? Deaths, please.
I noticed that they have gone up.
Okay. What does that tell you? What do you think that means? So, I mean, obviously, yeah, people were dying.
It's getting worse.
Okay. All right. Parker Hood thinks it's getting worse because the number of deaths are going up. Obviously, death is an indicator of a bad thing, right? Um, Remy said he's noticed there's a lot of people that have recovered. And so as we make our charts, those are two things you guys hit on. As we make our charts this week, we're going to see that and get to compare those two things. That's very important. Um, what else? You probably, if you looked at other states, you probably noticed that Arkansas has a lot fewer cases than other states, right? What are some states that are hit a lot harder by this virus? Louisiana, yes, you're right. What else? New York, very true. Okay, Mississippi is California, Louisiana, New York, Florida. Yep, Illinois, you're all right. Why do you think that those places are a lot worse than like us?
Because there's more people.
There's more people. That's important. Yes. Also something to think about. Does anybody know where the Super Bowl was held?
Miami.
In Florida.
Miami, Florida.
Yep. So you had all these people coming to Miami, and we didn't. That was in February, and so you have thousands of people descending on this place in this state, and they're that virus was already here, and we didn't know it. We were spreading it around. Also, what's something that happened in Louisiana not long ago before the quarantine?
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. So a lot of these places, they have two things in common. One, yes, population. That's a major issue. And next week we're going to talk about population. But also, a lot of these places had major events take place. And so sometimes, I mean, like Chicago, for example, there's always a big event going on. Maybe not quite Super Bowl level or Mardi Gras level, but in Chicago and in LA and New York, there's always stuff happening. So people are always flocking to those places. Not to mention the people that live there. As a matter of fact, Miss Halbert, her sister, she lives in Brooklyn, New York. And, like, their lockdown is a lot worse than what we're doing. Like, you can't leave your house. You got to have a piece of paper to go to the store. But it's because the pandemic is so bad. So bad. But like I said, population, we're going to talk about that next week. Does anybody else have any other questions? All right, guys. So right now, I really want you to focus on, Elena, there is a curfew for a certain age, I think. But it's not anything major. I think Arkansas has a natural curfew for people under the age of 18, maybe, or 16. I'm not sure about that, so you have to check. You have to Google it. I don't know. I want you guys to really focus on learning how to make sure you know well how to work these graphs, okay? So play around with Google Sheets and Docs and all that stuff and get these graphs going well. I want you to update your numbers, okay? Your assignment doesn't say that. I'm going to go change it. So what I posted earlier is going to change today, okay? Update your numbers to today of the people who have gotten coronavirus from Arkansas, United States, and the world. But then you're going to add new data for deaths and people who have been cured. Okay? Okay? All right. For those of you who have questions about the graph, I think Mr. Who had a question? Mr. Clark. I believe he had a question. Stick around. Everybody else, I want you to stay safe, stay healthy, stay 6 feet away, stay all these things, and have a great day. Okay? Get those graphs done. And work on flying, making things fly and float.